Unfortunately, Ashia will not be joining us this session.
Oh, bummer. Are
Hmm.
they okay?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, something. I think a heat stroke.
Thanks.
So he is in recovery.
I got a heat stroke like at Six Flags one time. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah,
Damn,
it doesn't
they
feel
are no
good.
joke.
Right. So, yeah, it's been a hot summer, y'all.
I can't wait for fall. I've already had pumpkin spice lattes, so
Why
I'm
the hell?
I'm I'm pre-gaming for fall, y'all.
I feel like it's overrated in a way. Like people
Oh,
get
it's overly delicious.
yeah, but it's like
I
people
let
won't.
the
It's like it was like there was a time when people would not. I was like, huh, wonder what pumpkin spice is, and people won't shut up about it.
nutmeg, cinnamon, pumpkins, and
Also,
just like happiness and joy and pure glee. Like when you drink a really crisp IPA, it's that serotonin spike I go for.
nope.
I have no shame in being basic. I embrace it.
Okay, welcome to Odyssey of the Dragonlords. You are in the land of Thylia where gods walk among men. And there has been an oath of peace for 500 years between the Titans and the settlers or the Dragonlords. And Versi has seen a destruction at the end of the oath of peace to all of the creatures in Thylia, unless heroes save the day. More recently, Solano Deo and whatever, preferably English. Please tell us what's been happening in the Odyssey of the Dragonlords.
No problem, Hefe. Previously in Odyssey of the Dragonlords, our heroes ran to a nasty roundabout with renegades Timothy. After the melee, they proceed towards Mitros, only to be accosted by a wild satyr, who is easily defeated. One of Kira's instruments is retrieved from her body. Gotta catch them all! They then arrive in Mitros and are tasked with appeasing Sidon, who has been creating various storms around. They then went to the Temple of Lutheria and defeated all of its inhabitants. But as your heroes are about to find out, there are consequences for their actions.
Indeed. The storm is still happening. You are currently in the Temple of Lutheria in the city of Mitros along the harbor coast of the mainland of Thylia. And there was a little bit of a two sides wanting the other sides killed. You ultimately decided to murder all of the folks in the Temple of Lutheria, and the bodies are everywhere. And when the sound of battle dissipated, you had heard some noises from beneath your feet coming up through the wood, sounding like suffering, specifically crying and whimpering children.
Hmm. Does it sound like it's coming from below us?
It does.
Hmm.
Are there any like doorways, staircases that looks to go down, or
Yes, there looks to be a sort of a cellar closet kind of thing that
Hmm.
clearly has stairs heading downward.
Okay, guess I'll just head down there. And
Okay.
yep?
Do, do, do. Let's get you all on here. So it's a short stairway, and um, leads to a stone basement area. You see some casks that appear to have liquid. And Solano Dale, where is your token? Okay. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm leaving other NPCs out of it. So you head down. The sound gets louder, the whimpering children, and otherwise, you don't see any of them. Well, what is
or just go on the voyage. Don't question it.
that? All
So they
right,
pop
we're
up.
not doing
So,
that one. Okay, what's that?
Wow.
like, is it always coming from like one spot in the wall, or does like
Go ahead and make
all?
a perception check. Wowzers! Why do you have advantage?
I didn't put advantage.
I know. That's weird. You have it for some reason. You didn't hit Alt.
No, I'm not. I'm just left click on the mouse.
Okay. I'm wondering what's giving you that. Anyway, I'll just click on your dice to see what you ended up getting.
You're saying wow wrong. It's wow.
Wow! I have no idea why that's doing that. So you listen closely, and you can't quite make out which side of the wall it's coming from. But they are very clearly crying and whimpering children at this point.
Do are these caskets empty or full?
You go to kind of. Do you touch them to like check them out?
Yeah, like knock on them. Yeah.
Mimic. Just kidding. No.
No.
You go and you feel a couple of them, and the two at the bottom, they feel like they're sloshing. One's heavier than the other, and the one up by Ashia seems to be empty.
I'd say let's move this empty one out of the way, see if there's anything behind these.
Yeah. Just put. Yep. Just ask Sark just to move it.
Okay. Zark, it's light enough that you have no trouble moving it, and you find a doorway.
Hey.
So it is into the stone, and it's built such a way where you kind of crawl through, but you easily make it despite your size. And inside, you see a symbol, magic-looking symbol on the floor. It seems to actually be flickering, not like in your game, but it actually seems to be flickering in a way that's not able to be done on these effects. You see a bunch of cages and a bunch of children in those cages.
Can I quickly heal myself before we enter this next room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are these all children in cages?
Those are all children in cages.
Okay, so they're not like dudes that are coming at us right now.
Correct. There does not appear to be any enemies. You see, a bunch of children in cages.
What about this desk with a knife and a note on it?
Yeah, you check it out. You see that the knife looks to have a cloth nearby that's wiped the blood from it. And the note, as you look on it, it looks to be like a formal ritual in some ways. So almost like a sermon, except of course it's talking about sacrificing children to Lutheria.
I would say we should probably try and let these kids out and ask them what the hell's going on, other than they're obviously sacrificing kids to Lutheria.
Maybe I just look at the children first to make sure they're not mimics.
Yeah, you see various bundled forms. Many of them have scars that seem to be fresh within the last week or so. A couple of them are sleeping or not moving, and a few of them are looking at you with fearful eyes.
Can I try to identify what this symbol is?
Sure, go ahead and roll Arcana.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you absolutely know that the symbol is I should say it has like two purposes. The energy emanating from it is clearly a broken silence spell that seems to maybe have been attached to one of the people that you killed. And then the symbol on the floor is one of kind of servitude to Lutheria.
These are sacrifices or initiates in a way.
They're definitely sacrifices.
Yeah.
There's a note down there that talks about sacrificing children.
Yeah.
Can we let them go?
I think we should open the cages.
More like we just try to just make sure that they're all stable before we let them out. Like, not like they're going to attack us, you know?
I mean, they're children.
They,
If
they,
they,
can, they can't attack us.
I mean, yes, they can, but I should hope we could kill children if we really needed to. But
Ashia looks at
um,
you both and says, "Are we really debating this? I thought you
I'm
guys
just, make,
were on the good guys. We're the good guys, right?"
yeah, exactly.
I'm
Like,
just making
let's
sure they're
just.
not. I'm just making sure they're not mimics or just forced to attack us when
I'm
there's
gonna
that
I'm gonna
spell.
let this one out.
Okay, Ashia lets this one out. The kids, they don't move right away. They look scared. Once they hear the crate opening, one of them was sleeping. She backs into the corner. The one by Ashia, a little boy who is kind of marveling at her wings, but also fearful and backs up.
Oh no! We're here to release you. We're not gonna hurt you.
Oh,
Go
okay.
on your way. We took care of all those people that have been murdering children. That's why we came here.
Go on our way. I don't know where to go. What do you? I mean, they 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 took us from the streets. I don't know where safe is.
Well, I can tell you it's not down here. I'm assuming you've seen other children come down here and then, I don't know, maybe disappear right around this center area.
Yes, to become
Yeah,
servants for Lutheria.
yeah.
They say it's an honor.
No, it is not.
Well, we can't go back to the streets. The cultists, they're everywhere. There are more people that honor and pay libations to Lutheria in this town than perhaps even Sidon. I'm I'm afraid. This little girl looks up at Ashia with big blue eyes, scar on her face.
I'd like to move back and be on the lookout in case people start coming down the stairs.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm
So you
sorry,
keep the
so
barrel moved and you keep that door open? Solano Dale?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Maybe I shouldn't.
No,
I'm just going to keep. I'm
just
just
trying to
going to
clarify.
keep up. I'm just going to keep opening up these cages.
Okay.
I'll help 'em.
The kids become more and more animated as you let them out, more excited and eager to come out, seeing that their other young children are coming out without hesitation. And they all kind of start to huddle together in such a way, I'd say, like over in this area. There's a couple that are curious about you, and quite a few start to cling to you guys in just kind of a scared, childlike way, not wanting to leave your side.
I'm going to check the symbol, make sure that it's not affecting them in a way, you know?
Sure. Arcana?
Yep, and I'm bad at it. Arcana. Yeah, that's the best I got.
Yeah, you notice the energy from it though is dimming and flickering. And as you let the last child out of the cage, the light goes out, but the symbol remains. And it appears to be etched into the floor with some type of like permanent, either like a gold filigree or some type of ink.
I guess just to be safe, I'm going to just mess with it, make sure it's not active, you know, like just cut it into one side to break the rune or something.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
I tried. Oh, I just thought of. Yep. Save and throw. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Nothing happened. I just messing with you.
Okay. And it's like saving. You give like a rogue saving throw, they're gonna dodge it.
So you cut into the symbol on the floor, and the paint peels away on your knife quite easily. Nothing happens.
Okay. Where should we take them?
Just then, Saren, as you discussed that, you feel a drip from above you as the blood of the priest that you had killed start to come through the floorboards.
Probably not here.
Yeah.
It's just like then we should probably get rid of the bodies.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, please take us to safety. Where are we supposed to go?
It's just like, do you have any idea where there's any safe areas in town, like in the city?
Who are you asking?
Who knows about the city? Okay, I'm just thinking, where would a safe place to be where you can put, so like an orphanage or like some kind of sanctuary in the town?
Yeah,
Well-
the kids don't know.
Okay. I'm just thinking, don't want to put them near like a god residence because it might be a good idea. So let's see.
Maybe we can just tell them to go play with like the satyrs.
No, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Well, maybe we can just put them over there for now, and just see where they can put them. See if they can help them find somewhere safe to.
Right.
Yeah, just like this is like a little sanctuary for now. I don't
Wait,
think this.
Ashia speaks up. She says, "Do we have anyone we trust in this town yet?"
Not really. And that's the problem. We just have an idea where to put them. Not a permanent residence, at least.
Put them. They're human beings. They're children.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not like we can take care of them. Or it's like we have more matters to attend to.
Very dangerous job to do.
That, and it's like there's still a raging storm outside, so they need somewhere to go.
I mean, we let them out. They can figure it out.
Maybe. We'll just get to get out of the place first. Then
Yep. We should actually move all the bodies from upstairs and pile them down here.
Yeah.
So,
maybe
do you just tell the children? What do you tell the children as you start to head upstairs?
We're gonna go clean up a mess upstairs, but you guys can go. Like, nobody's keeping you here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Can't stick with us though, cause we get shot at.
We're just like more dangerous to be near than anything.
Yeah, I mean we get shot at for sure.
They're
I got
pretty
shot
much
with a lightning bolt.
They're pretty much huddled in the corner, seeming frozen.
Well, gotta get the bleach, and and the saw. Man,
Just gonna let you kids know there's gonna be dead bodies coming down here in a minute.
Yep, we're not
So
really.
you might want to leave. But yes, I'd like to move the bodies down here to the
Okay. As you go
little
upstairs
side-on circle.
and start to move some of the bodies, and I believe Kira, she was with you, right? She couldn't. No, maybe she didn't go in the temple.
I think it was just us four.
Yeah, she wouldn't go. She wouldn't go in the temple. That's okay.
I'm
So yeah,
I'm scrubbing the floor.
you're scrubbing the floor.
Yep. It's like
Okay.
no, it's behind.
Yeah, you start to haul the bodies down. The kids remain frozen in place as you drag the bodies into the room. You're just kind of sticking them wherever.
Well, just like
In the circle.
or the bone pit. It's like whatever.
Okay, you start to just pile dead bodies.
Yeah.
The kids are horrified and huddled in the corner, shivering, looking at each other. Some of the older ones are trying to reassure some of the younger ones.
All right, guys, you gotta leave this room now.
But
At least go upstairs.
okay, then what?
I don't know. Just at least get out of here,
Yeah,
where
it's
there's
like
not gonna be any dead bodies anymore.
This
and then it's
particular older looking, she's about 12, and she says, "Wait a second, you're supposed to be the heroes of the prophecy. You're just gonna leave us here with dead bodies? That's not what
No.
heroes do."
No, I'm telling you to leave.
yeah, don't stay in there. That's
We
kinda
get
weird to
picked
sit-
off the streets. We
Yeah,
we need a
There's
safe
nobody to.
we need a safe
The-
place to go. You're not going to take us to a safe place, so-called heroes?
I don't know of a safe place. Do you? I mean, if you know of a safe place, like I'd be more than happy to escort you there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Sidon has already chucked lightning bolts at me. So
It's not very safe to be
take
near
us-
us.
Not very safe. Me is not safe.
Take us to the temple, the king. Well, take us to the queen.
Mm, you think that's to be a good idea?
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, fine. Let's take them over there.
See if we can get them in through the gates.
Yeah, or just like maybe just lead them there and then just tell the queen what happened.
And I'm gonna put the barrel back in place after we've moved all the bodies and the kids have
Okay.
removed themselves.
Now everything smells like Lysol on the first floor. Or what was it? Lemon.
Do you
What-
have
what-
lemon?
I don't know what the joke is. It's gone. It's gone. It's just like wherever you used to get rid of blood stains.
So you make
So-
your way back through the city proper in the thunder and the lightning. You make your way back to the temple. It is, what time is it? Calendar.
It is sometime.
Yeah, it's definitely evening though. So you got in to Mitros, and then you hung out. You heard his thing. Okay, I could justify it. So the clock says 9 a.m. But I imagine you probably, if you guys slept in the temple, because you got into town kind of late. So everyone, sorry, I didn't mean to say this too late, but I would imagine you guys probably slept.
I thought we slept before we got there.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Sure, and then you heard his proposal, so then it's about afternoon. Okay, so I'll say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You get back to the temple with a horde of kids after spending the morning messing with some fae in a vineyard and killing the people at the cult of Lutheria. And then you bring back children. You start to walk through the halls of the palace, and these children are in tow, and some of the guards start to look at you strangely. One of them stops you and says, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Go talk to the queen real quick.
Yeah, we'll just do this somewhere private.
Okay, Queen Valis is in her chambers, and he
Okay.
just lets you go with 13 children in tow.
It's like a little,
Jeez.
where there's like a little, like one of those families that just go
What
on
a great
vacation.
guard.
Oh, he watches you though. He doesn't
I know.
let his sight leave you, and you get to the large chamber doors of Queen Valis, and you hear her voice say, "Come in."
Obviously, we go in with 13 children.
Here we go.
She stands up alarmed. Oh, hi. Heroes, can you tell me what's going on, please?
You told us to go check out what was going on over at the Temple of Lutheria. We
Uh-huh.
did. We found all of these children that were in cages, ready to be like sacrificed.
Oh, you poor souls. Oh, and she starts to escort them, and she has like a little plate of snacks and grapes, and the kids just start devouring them. And she, takes her time and tends to scratches and comes back to you as she wipes her hands a little bit from the blood and the muck on one child's forehead. She turns back to you and says, "Oh, they don't seem to be too harmed. Thank you so much for. Can you tell me what happened? Do I want to know what happened?"
We rescued them. But
Okay.
we can't keep these kids like we can't. They'll end up dying if
Oh.
they stay around us.
No. Please let me take them. I will make sure that that they get out of the city, I guess, because I can guarantee you that their parents are dead.
It's like
Did she say that loud enough for the kids to hear, or?
No. They're out.
Okay.
They're smiling and throwing grapes at each other.
it's like yeah, the children are dead. Parents are dead.
Well, good. At least they've got a safe spot for now.
And tell me, the storms. Do you have a solution?
No.
We do have a solution. Oh, we're supposed to grab the heads from those guys. We can go back and get the heads.
No. Wait. Why do we need the heads?
We need to give them the heads to get the harp,
Oh,
to
right.
play the music to stop the weather.
Okay.
That's why we killed them.
Okay.
But yes, so that is there is a plan.
Yeah.
It did involve
I
killing
guess
a
we
couple
got
people.
great. Now we gotta go back and collect some heads again.
Did you say you cleaned up with bleach at the last place?
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't know. I did made it look better than it was. No blood stains on the ground.
Yeah, what would be a cleaning skill? Maybe it's not. What would that be? Investigation. Yeah, roll investigation, Sarah, and I want to see how well you cleaned up. Okay, okay. So, she says that she'll take care of the children.
Yeah.
And sounds like you guys have a solution involving heads. I don't want to know about it, but
Okay.
this storm cannot go on another day.
Okay, we're gonna head back to town. You take care of them kids.
We'll be back.
All right. You
gotta
head
go.
back into the storm, and the streets of Mitros are still very, very low activity. Very low activity, empty streets. You make your way from King Acastus' temple, his home, palace, and down back into the, I think the Cult of Lutheria might be in Stygian Row. Let me see. Anyway, that's where you head back to. And as before you approach the temple doors, you see fresh new guards. And if you recall, the last time you were here, there was nobody standing at the door. You see 2 guards, and they appear to be Temple of Sidon guards with the cloaks with the eye. But you don't walk up to them yet. I'm giving you some time if you want to walk up and say something, or if you want to do something else.
I mean, all right, so 20. Okay.
Is there anything else we wanted to do?
Well, yeah, I mean, we could just go back and tell the staters, like, hey, we took care of the problem, don't have their heads, but
Yeah.
they're not going to be bugging you anymore. Well, the people that were withholding the wine from you will not be doing that anymore. Hopefully. At least we killed him, like he wanted.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to deal with the guards, and we can see if he'll relinquish the harp. So to the satyrs.
So Kira's with you at this point, and she says, so you forgot to grab any evidence, and you're just going to try to convince them that you took care of their problem, and you think they're going to give me my instrument back?
You have a better idea, Kira?
I just don't trust Boreas at all. I don't trust him. I
Yeah, we
think
don't,
that
but
you should all be on your guard with him.
Yep, that's what I've been telling people. So we collected those heads.
No, you did not.
I mean, if you want to go talk to the guards, go for it. But they are not going to talk to me, I guarantee you.
So I'm just gonna go back to that place and just collect the head.
No, we're saying that you walked by and there's 2 fresh Order of Sidon guards at the main door entrance, where before there was none. So you would have to talk to the guards in order to get past them to retrieve the heads in the cellar.
Okay, I'll just talk to them.
Okay.
And just like,
Before you even say anything, as you walk up, they say, hold it, and they both are on guard with their weapons.
is something wrong?
This building's off limits right now.
I thought the Sidon was open to anyone.
This is the Temple of Lutheria, and
Oh.
at this time it is closed.
Something wrong?
ongoing investigation.
Investigation. It's a church. Why does it need to be investigated?
That's none of your business, citizen. Move along.
If you need help, I can investigate. I'm good at finding things people lose.
If you'd like to leave a card, we can call you, he says sternly.
What? How?
I don't know.
Do you have a business around? We will call on you if we need your services.
Why did we
No.
forget about the heads in the first place?
Because we were just starting out.
I forgot.
And it's like I don't remember. It was like it's yeah. Maybe we should. Yeah, whatever. Like I don't want to kill more guards. I was like that's the open.
We haven't killed any guards yet. We just killed the cultists.
We could just knock them out.
Can I look for like a back door or a side door?
Yeah, you can do that while I'm talking to them.
Sure.
Like, I'm trying to give them my card, but they won't take it.
So you start to walk around the building. Are you trying to be sneaky? Or are you just walking around the building?
Sneaky. Yeah, just wandering.
Okay. As you start to wander around the building, one of them points at you with his spear, and he says, this area is off limits right now.
I wasn't trying to go in. I was just wandering away.
There is an ongoing investigation, and we do not need citizens of Mitros involved, especially with the
I'm not a
storms out.
citizen of Mitros.
No?
Does it look like I'm a citizen of Mitros?
Looks like you should be in a cage.
Yeah. See, not a citizen of Mitros.
Greased lightning is a terror which cannot be caged.
He doesn't look amused, and he actually kind of scoffs at you, Zark, and turns to Saren and says, "You people, go. Get out of here."
I have a question.
They start to get agitated. You see them holding their weapons a little more firmly.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
I want to hide behind Zark and cast Charm Person on one of them.
Okay, you're gonna. I mean, they're looking at your group. I don't know how you could hide behind them.
I mean, why don't you just do it when we walk away?
That's true. Or I can just cast Blindness, Deafness.
You can do what you want, but as far as the hiding piece goes, he will see you
Yeah.
stepping behind Zark.
So is this like a very public area, or?
Yeah, you're in the streets. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not many people around because of the storm. Which is why it's actually, I mean, you guys are pretty much the only ones in the streets. I mean, if you make a perception check, I'll tell you what you notice.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's take a look around.
Gotta make sure there's no
Ooh,
witnesses.
secret rolls.
Yeah, you look around and the streets feel empty. The storm is pretty good. It's definitely, it just hasn't ceased at all. It's rumbling, it's loud. As you look down the street, there is, a shutter that looks like someone's trying to secure more tightly as it's gotten loose on its hinges. But other than that, you don't see anyone.
Okay. You do what you want. I just don't want to kill them. Well, I'm not saying this out loud. That's just like, because they haven't done anything to us, so very dark if we just murder them and just take their heads.
So, Sarah, you are standing in front of them. One of them has turned and told Zark to back off. And Solano, I just imagine that you are sort of a few steps behind them.
Yes.
So who makes a move? You guys
So,
backing up?
yeah, backing up I will do.
Okay. You see the guards shift uneasily back towards their position. And they say, "Get on with you now."
Okay. Okay. was like, let's just walk to an alley and just discuss. We're gonna walk to an alley. That's
Okay.
what to do.
Yeah, you go a few doors down from Stygian Row, or from the Temple of Lutheria, and you find a quiet alley. Well, quiet in terms of no people around, but definitely loud from the thunderstorm.
Well, we forgot an important detail to collect the heads. Well, don't want to murder the
Lano,
guard.
do you have any other plan? Can you get us in there?
What?
I mean, I have blindness, deafness, but that would only target one of them.
So, what about charming one?
Let me read the spell in full detail.
You can paste it or just click it.
Hmm. Yeah, because I don't think you can. I think you can only have them do like
One.
mundane tasks, like nothing crazy, and they can't hurt
It just
themselves.
regards us as a friendly acquaintance,
Yep.
That's
so nothing too crazy.
Oh, yeah, what are you thinking of, Zark? There is a spell where you can get someone to do a simple task.
I thought it was charm person, but yeah. All right. Well, I said we just go talk to the Fae people, and see what the heck's going on. See if they'll take our word.
Okay. Let's see. Charm person. Yeah, they just regard you as friendly. There is another spell where you can get someone to do
Yeah.
it. Maybe it is command.
Oh, that might be it.
I was like, it's like you command someone to do something. Oh yeah, it's command. You speak a one-word command to a creature within range, and oh, that's not quite what I was thinking either. Oh, you can issue a command. Yep, that's it. Okay, well.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
So you leave the guards in the Temple of Lutheria. You walked a few alleyways down.
Yep. And we continue walking out to where they were playing with the harp.
Okay. It takes you a while to walk across town in the storm. It's getting into the late evening, or I'll say mid-evening, 7, 8 o'clock-ish. And you get back to the Fey Glade, and they have not stopped partying. They are still dancing. There's one having giggle fits, and he's still really close by the instrument. He's kind of sitting on a stump looking at his buddies laughing and entertaining this dryad. Or dyad. Dryad. Yeah, that one. Anyway, so he sees you approach and he says, welcome back.
Hey. You guys, we took care of your little problem and a couple extras as well.
My problem?
Yeah.
Excellent.
You want us to kill the two priests or cultist people from Temple of Lutheria, right? The brother and sister?
Oh, I mean, they have definitely broken our agreement, and yes, I think that is so great that you did that.
Okay. Well,
let's see.
we're gonna need that harp now.
Oh, the harp.
Yeah, you promised us the harp, and we'd kill them. We killed them.
Oh, I believe I said, bring me the heads of the treacherous merchants. Have you the heads?
Nope, we just murdered them.
They're
kind of dead, and we also
they're
kind
still there, and there's people like guarding them.
We had to release some captives that they kidnapped.
Ooh, a tale, gents. And he waves his friends in. He says, please tell us how you managed to murder these folks in the Temple of Lutheria and leave without them detaining you. And he kind of does this like mocking, like little chin thing, like he's listening as if you're telling him a tall tale.
We kind of
If we tell you this, we need that harp.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying if I listen to your fairy tale, then that you
No,
deserve a
this
harp?
is not a fairy tale. Not a fairy tale at all.
Did we
Oh,
collect any? Did we collect any pieces from them at all, or any like books or anything? Like the
I don't even
spell.
remember if we checked the bodies. So I think we the last time we played, as soon as we were done, we were done.
Okay, we never collected any loot from them. Damn it.
yeah, I don't believe anyone checked.
Nah.
So he
No.
says, I believe the deal was the heads of those two, Septia and Trellis, for the harp. Now, this harp is special. Kira kind of
Yeah.
huffs. And he says, and I know that your bard over there would love to have an instrument as well designed as this one. However, a deal is a deal.
Deals are
No.
interpreted as they are. They can be changed.
Here's the idea. How good is like your performance, Saren? If we can get Saren to go like pretend like he's like the medical examiner or something to get down there to check out the bodies and detach their heads and like toss the heads out the window, then we should be good.
Did you even bring me any wine? Perhaps just a single cask?
No, the casks were empty. We actually had to move one to get out all the children that they were going to slaughter.
Ooh, terrible creatures. Holding children.
Yep.
Do you all still think that us nymphs are the bad ones?
There's good and bad of each person. Of each race, almost. So who knows?
Well, seems like settlers can be taught.
Yeah.
Listen, I have
We
no
gotta get
proof.
these heads.
I've got no proof. Make me an offer. I cannot refuse, and you shall have your harp.
I mean, we did what you wanted, so I don't know what you...
No, you did not. I asked for heads.
I
think we're gonna
a
have to go
question.
get heads.
Yes, Solano Deo.
I take out a golden arrow and I offer it to them. And I say, I understand it's kind of hard to take our word merely as it is presented to you, you wonderful creatures of the nature. But as it stands, we are not in a situation in which we can go back to the corpses of those we have slain, aka your wrongdoers, and retrieve their heads. While it was part of our agreement that we bring you the heads for the harp, I think if you're willing to make an amendment to the previous agreement we held, that by our word and this golden arrow, that we may have the harp.
Roll a persuasion.
Public.
So he sees the arrow. Are you close enough to where he can get it? Like, are you handing it to him?
I'll stay back here, but if he wishes to inspect it, I'll give him permission.
Well, he looks at you and he says, "Deal," and he kind of waves you over.
Okay.
And he takes the arrow from you and he says, "This'll do." And he throws the harp up in the air. And Solano Deo, I need either acrobatics or...
Lucas is there. Lucas was there, invisible the whole time with his
Lucas
claw
was
on
there.
it.
Solano
He can catch
Deo.
it.
Yeah, what's that's athletics. Yeah, give me an athletics.
Fuck.
I'll bring out Lucas.
Can I cast spiritual weapon to make a net, and the net catches it because a net's a weapon?
Let's see.
The
How
net is a weapon.
it is a bonus action, so I guess it doesn't have a time limit on it, does it?
Yes.
Okay. So before even reacting, you automatically come up with this idea and you create a net magically above your head.
It's gonna catch the harp.
Right, right. So he kind of throws it up, and even though there's 4 of you around, it's like gonna land right on you. So you cast this thing over your head,
And then I move out of the way.
you move out of the way as it gently grabs the harp, and it, I'm assuming, floats down gently
Oh my god.
right nearby, and you
I'm gonna
see
spend the spell slot.
Lucas kind of hovers above it and looks at. Well, you don't see him looking at you, but you kind of feel him dancing on your shoulders.
Whew.
And he says, "Oh, pity." And he turns back and laughs with his friends as he drinks more wine.
I'm gonna see if that harp is actually the real harp.
Okay. Investigation. Yeah, you check it out, and it is of fine quality. And because you have nymph hairs, you definitely recognize the strings as nymph hairs. Yeah, you could even take it over to Kira, and she will verify that that is indeed
All right.
a magical harp.
I'll thank them for their business.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
And they say, "We'll find you if Septia and Trellis are still alive. We'll find
you don't have to worry about it.
I say, is that a threat or a promise?
It doesn't matter. They're not alive. Does Kira know the song to make the weather change?
Oh yeah. Let's see.
You grab a water. I'll be right back.
Sure. So, yeah, Kira tells you that she is able to cast it, and as she checks out the instrument, although it is of fine quality, it appears to need new strings. But none of them are broken.
You can play it and then be like, all right, and then we'll replace the strings, right?
Yeah, she says that sounds fine. I mean, I hope that they can get through the casting of the spell, but I think we should either go to the center of the city because it's kind of a 5-mile radius deal, and I'd like it to stop this in all of Mitros.
I'd say let's go to the center, which would be somewhere around the Temple of Sidon. Probably.
Is that
Maybe.
true?
I don't know. Probably actually closer to the Temple of Lutheria.
Actually, yeah, the Temple of Sidon is almost center. I gotta get rid of some of these automatic sounds when I open up this playlist. Yeah, so is that the Temple of Sidon?
This is.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you can go to the Temple of Sidon. I mean, you could also hang out in Stygian Row by the Temple of Lutheria. That's kind of centerish. Even whatever number 7 is, you could do that one too. Wherever you want. So you find your way to the center-ish of town. Doesn't even have to be a marked location. And Kira asks you to kind of create an umbrella for her, or maybe she finds a little overhang. And she begins to play the song. And as she plays on the harp, she gets more and more comfortable, and you see this energy emanating, very powerful energy, and it seems like the wind around your little huddle in the storm becomes even more fast and swirling around you, almost as if Sidon is targeting your group himself, but the energy from the harp flows outward into this huge cone, and you start to see that around you there's a greater and greater area of calmness as the storm swirls around and around, and it pushes further out through all of the city. You see around you even bigger space of calm air, and it's almost as if you're a bubble of storm until it reaches that very edge of that 5 mile radius, and with it like a blink, like a bubble popping, the storm dissipates.
Cool. Let's go collect our reward from the king. I don't know that he said that he was going to give us a reward, but we can go demand one now.
Okay. So I'll send you back to the king's palace. And yeah, you come back to the king, Costas. I'm trying to find where we are here. But you walk through the halls and into the main throne room, where you see the king, and he's actually surprised to see you. He says, "Less than a day. Please tell me you found a way, heroes." And it's a little bit of a mocking tone. He clearly doesn't believe that you found a way.
I mean, look outside. You tell me.
He says, "Ah, yes," as he sees the light breaking through, spilling down through the glass ceiling along the marble. And he says, "Indeed, you have stopped the storm. Please tell me what solution you found."
And I'm going to tell him of the harp, and that Kira knows a song that calms the weather.
Ah, yes, I believe that was my idea, controlling the weather. Please, everyone, my idea saved Mitros. And his little concubine is like feathering herself and like celebrating with him, and he kind of gives her a little side hug, and his little tiefling friend is congratulating him as well. And it just seems like the guards are basically celebrating King Acostus at this point. Excellent
That's
work.
dumb.
Don't worry, I knew I could trust you. My wise leadership trusted you to handle this matter. Now, let's see about your reward.
Yes, that's why I'm here.
He reaches into his side pocket and pulls out a rolled parchment out of his cloak, and he hands it to you, Zark.
Oh, to me? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
This
You don't
map
like me.
will lead you to the last known whereabouts of the legendary ship, the Ultros. It was my ancestor's ship, the legendary vessel of Esther Arkelander, fiercest of the Dragonlords. There was a time when I thought I might claim it for myself, but I have no need of it now.
You know, open up the map and see where it would lead us, how far away from the town.
Yeah, it is on the other side of Thylia. Kind of, you would have to, it'd be about a 2 to 3 day travel, and you would pass the first place where you all met, which is the something cauldron. I don't know what it is. What was that first place you all met?
Leaky Cauldron.
No, the whatever it was. So, wow, I'm bad at that. I should know that place. It's probably in my scenes. Chapter 1. The Sour Vintage.
That's it.
Yep. So, looking at the map, you would have to go either through Astoria or through the Old Woods towards the Sour Vintage and beyond the Sour Vintage to a place that looks like, I think it's called Death Falls.
Jesus, that seems so far.
It is.
King, you don't have anything other than this map to reward us with?
Oh, I mean, you are heroes. Your reward will be in fame. Surely that is enough for a hero.
Gotta need more than that. Like it's not like we're dead. kind of still alive.
I'm a broke hero.
Yeah, we're kind of.
Well, as I said, the royal coffers are a bit strapped. I don't think that we'll have need for heroes and oracles for much too longer. You know that I am rebuilding the ancient order of the Dragonlords, and in time, I will have a legion of dragon-mounted warriors under my command. Then we shall drive back the Titans with the power of the dragons, just as my forefathers did. In any case, there's the map, and it will allow you to resume your so-called great labors. I thank you for the service you have done my city. You are dismissed.
All right. Dick.
What? Did you say that out loud?
No. Obviously, I want to stop by the queen and see how she's doing because she was actually like nice to us and caring, and yeah.
Okay. You make your way through, again, the palace to the queen's room, and you see that the door is open, and you hear laughter and giggling from inside, and you just kind of poke your head in, and you see her basically playing, and it also seems structured like she is just loving it.
Be like, hey, just wanted to let you know we're taking off unless you need us to do anything else for you before we go.
Oh, thank you so. Where are you headed? Do you remember? Please, you're leaving now?
Maybe
Oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe before we go towards the stores and look around the city some more. You know.
Yeah, your husband seemed to be very dismissive of us.
Ah, yes, he's afraid that your fame overshadows his own.
As it should.
And isn't he like the new leader of the Dragon Knights anyway? Shouldn't that be enough?
Enough?
It's like that has a lot of fame to it anyway.
That has what?
A lot of fame for being trying to rebuild the Dragon Knights.
Oh, yes, he thinks that will bring him the greatest fame, of course, to take down the Titans. Who could blame him? I think it is a fool's errand. But no matter how much fame, he does not like those who steal the limelight from him.
Hmm.
But I thank you so much, and just be wary of what my husband says and what he tries to. He's just he got into power for a reason. He is strong with his words, weak with his concubines is what comes to mind, but I know I'm trying to be gentle with him. But please, heed my warning. The king is not your ally.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Well, if there's nothing else, we're gonna probably take off from the palace here.
Okay.
I guess we want to go wander the streets. I'd like to stop at the Temple of Sidon at some point.
That sounds good.
As you leave the palace, you realize that people everywhere are watching you with great interest. You start to head towards the Temple of Sidon. You hear excited chatter among the crowds. It's the Oracle's chosen ones, the heroes of the Heartlands. They've come to Mitros to save us from the Titans. Several merchants approach you, expressing gratitude for the work you've done to make the roads safer to travel. Detachments of centurions salute you as you walk past. As news of your presence spreads, more and more admirers crowd around you, vying for your attention. Before long, your progress through the city streets has slowed to a crawl. You have gained 1 level of fame, and I believe...
You know what that puts it at?
I think it
What's
puts
it
you at
at?
5. Yeah, let me just double check. So 5 is smaller settlements throughout the countryside now hold festivals to celebrate your name. You have free lodging in smaller settlements. So you're probably at 6. Tales of your great deeds have spread to the cities, and your presence draws many curious onlookers. You have free food, drink, and lodging in Astoria and Mitros.
Perfect. So yeah,
So, let's get back to the Mitros map, shall we? And for some reason, I don't have that one pulled up as a go-to map. Okay. I gotta stop doing that. So you want to head to the Temple of Sidon?
yeah.
Okay. Which is pretty close to the palace, as you can see.
Yep.
And as you make your way there, far off to the west side of the city, you hear lovely singing. It's very faint, and you see Ashia turn her attention that way and seems very pulled in that direction. However, she sits with the group and goes to the Temple of Sidon first. Temple of Sidon. I really hope there's not supposed to be a big event there because I have no idea what the heck is there.
I don't know why we wanted to go here in the first place.
Because Sidon was causing a storm above us, so I kind of want to see what's going on in his temple.
Me.
All right.
You don't have to go.
Yeah,
No,
you
I was
don't have
falling.
to.
I'm falling anyway because it's like you tend to get attacked a lot.
So you climb the stepped terraces up to the highest point, and before you stands an imposing structure supported by carved stone columns. A series of steps carved to resemble crashing waves leads to the temple's entrance. Inside is an enormous central statue made of blue-green marble. It depicts a tall, wrathful man with 3 eyes and long gray hair. He wields an onyx black glaive. This is Sidon, Lord of Storms.
I go in. Oh, that looks like Sidon.
Fucking yikes. That is the most anime-looking guy I've ever seen. It is just so wholesome and intimidating. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go in.
Okay. It is very large in scale. You see columns that seem to go on for ages. It's built on top of that high podium. And yeah, you come in and you see that, let's see, there are a bunch of folks walking around. Seem to be zealots who revere Sidon above all others. There are some worshiping. Let's see.
Everything seemed to be in place. Like it's not like in disorder or anything.
Correct. Yeah, everything seems to be in place. It is getting a little bit late, so it's a little bit sparse, but there are some folks still praying. You hear one of them mumbling under his breath, "Thank you for the storm that challenges us to help us grow," and just kind of, yeah, praying to Sidon.
These people are so delusional.
Solano Deo, you're there. Roll investigation.
Gladly.
Yeah, so as you look around, you definitely see a lot of that reverence for Sidon. You don't really see anything referring to the 5 gods. It almost seems like they're entirely ignored.
Which is probably why there is a separate temple for the 5 gods.
As you start to explore a little bit more, you see, or you hear before you see, since it's fairly quiet in the temple, and it's getting late, a man walk up with a cloak, and he says, "You, what are you doing here?"
Who's he saying that to?
He's saying that to the group if you guys are together. If not, he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you're together.
I would assume.
I would assume.
Uh, it's a temple. Anyone can pray here.
Hmm. Have you
You know,
decided?
there's truth in his statement.
No trouble from you.
Then we expect no trouble from you as well, friend.
And he slowly walks away, but he stands in such a way along the massive temple that he's got eyes on you, and you see him walking up to what appears to be armored soldier of sorts that also has Order of Sidon garb on.
I look at Zark and I say, I'm gonna whisper this to him so that asshole doesn't hear it. And I say, I still do not think he is a match for the greased lightning.
Oh no, I'd take him any day.
I think Sidon is even jealous that you are greased lightning and he is just regular lightning. More grease is more power.
Yeah, I mean, are they just watching us? Like, they're not
I think that's the
moving on us?
Right.
I
That's
think
fun.
so.
Yep, they just seem to be talking about you and keeping their eyes on you and not trying to hide that they're keeping their eyes on you.
More grease equals more power.
Yes, that is how it works for now on to the end of time. It is canon. It's in my notes.
So, if everything looks to be in order here, obviously, like, Sidon's not here in the temple with us. Yeah, I'm good here. I just wanted to see if there was, like, some disarray going on, and that's why he was being all pissy.
Yeah, we can head back. We
Okay.
have that mapped. We have that mapped to Ultros. Perhaps we should head there next.
It is
Yeah.
getting late in the evening.
Rest up and then go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could pretty much stay at any inn. You could stay at King Acostus's palace. You're heroes, so you don't have to worry about lodging. I'll go ahead and long rest Ashia. Go ahead and take your long rest.
We don't have tokens.
Oh, you don't.
Just click your character.
You need tokens. Well, I guess you could click your character in the sidebar too, but there's some
Yeah.
tokens.
That works.
I'll throw you in the sea.
Here. Blah, 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 blah.
So yeah, Shia did her long rest. She's good. I think this is a good spot for a break if anyone needs one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, just for flavor, where did you guys stay?
The most expensive,
Uh,
the nicer looking one.
The best inn in town.
Yep.
Okay.
Not the palace.
Not
not
the palace.
the palace,
No.
but a really good looking inn.
Probably. A really good looking inn. I mean, it's probably not the palace. You said not the palace.
Right.
Palace.
The Temple of Five would welcome you well, and they would probably have the best
Oh.
rooms.
Okay, we can head there.
No, that's fine.
Okay, break. Come back in 5 minutes.
Here, that.
We back?
I'm here.
Yep, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Set below.
What's up?
Lincoln red. James. Normal. And the spray in there was making Lincoln red.
Okay. Here we go. Just trying to figure out the calendar. Okay. Are we back, Solano Dale?
Yes.
Excellent.
Fixing up.
So you all rest at the Temple of the Five. They accommodate you swimmingly. Let's see if you want to know something about the Temple of the Five. It's a humble temple that has 5 stone columns. Smaller than the Temple of Sidon, it displays a much higher level of artistry, boasting lofty architecture and beautiful statuary. Intricate carvings embellish nearly every surface, complete with gilding and inlaid precious stones throughout. It is an older building, but they did have space for you. And often the goddess of wisdom is known to visit the temple. So you wake up from there. You are fed well. The day is yours.
You got any shops around here or something?
Yep. I will assume they have anything in the handbook. I can bring out my shopkeep for you.
I need.
What was that guy's name from the other map? I'm
just thinking, is there anything? Well, I already got my good weapons. It's like, what else do we need in the city?
I'm just gonna sell a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Okay, what are the rules for selling stuff? Isn't it like,
It's like lower than the
right.
selling price.
Yeah. Let's see if we can figure that out. Blah, blah, blah. About half the cost, yep.
Problem is, half this crap is adamantine.
Oh,
Yeah, but
do you
still,
have prices for it?
No.
Well, it's like, it's pretty high price considering it's quality stuff. So even then, it's still a lot.
Do you want to sell it, or are you wanting to melt down the adamantine?
We should probably have it melted down. So,
Yeah.
can we get one of those like carrier dudes where I can send this stuff back to what's his face?
Yeah, where would you find something like that? Probably the Temple of the Five where you are. So they tell you that they have some of the great Vulcan's couriers come from time to time. There hasn't been one. Actually, let me roll dice to see if there's been one. Yeah, there hasn't been one in some time due to the storm, but they're expecting, since the storm has let up, one to arrive today, and they're happy to send them back to Vulcan, and they hear he's moved actually from the city of Astoria to the Forge.
Forge. Yep. Um. Okay, so I'm just gonna send back all my adamantine stuff, which is 2 javelin, 1 trident, 1 breastplate, and 1 shield.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, say all that again. 2 javelin. This is all adamantine.
Yep. Trident, breastplate, and a shield.
Okay. You leave it with the Temple of the Five. They assure you that they will send it in the next shipment.
And did we figure out what we need to do to repair the Axe of Xander since it's broken?
I believe.
I'm assuming it has to be done at the forge, right? Oh, I
Yeah.
think I left that with him, actually.
Let me check that again. I might have put it in my notes about the item. Because it's broken. Come on, did I? Nope, bad GM. Okay. Yeah, you might have sent it with him. They must be taken to the forge for repair. 1 item per week of work. Yeah, I don't think it just takes a week.
Alright.
And let me check the calendar. I might have put a note to myself about when that will come up again. Because, let's see. Oh, maybe I haven't. So let me see when the last time. Yeah, it hasn't been quite a week since you left Astoria. So have you sent it when you were in Astoria for the Dude Where's My Princess thing?
Probably.
Yep, so it's been about 5 days.
And then at that point, I just have 1 chainmail that I'm going to sell, which goes for 75 gold. So if you want to give me a price on that.
Yep. You meet a man who's eager to buy it from a hero, and he's willing to offer you 45 gold, or drachma.
I will take it. Alright. I'm a little lighter.
So, you had stepped out of the streets to check out marketplaces and such, and the sound of the sirens singing at the East Bridge are more loud and more. You could hear it almost throughout the whole city, but definitely in Stygian Row there. But it sounds very sad and mournful, and you could just see Ashia is torn up in hearing these voices as you guys do shopping. She doesn't seem like she could even focus. She keeps looking longingly over across the city, and she lets you know that those are the sounds of sirens, and they're singing such mournful melodies that she can't help but be drawn towards it.
Do we need to go investigate and figure out why they're sad?
I mean, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We can do that.
Good.
Okay. And that's we'll say that you did the shopping after this event, so we'll rearrange time a little bit. But as you leave the... Oh, maybe I was in the wrong spot. Okay, yeah. As you leave the temple, you see a group of young men who are around the Temple of the Five, and they excitedly, one of them comes up to you and he excitedly asks if you've seen Valis. Did you get close to her, the goddess of wisdom?
Not that I know of.
Oh, she is the most amazing. I, I spend all my time just trying to catch a glimpse of her as she leaves this temple, the temple that you stayed in last night. I'm not allowed in anymore, but I just find her to be, I mean, she's the goddess of wisdom, but she's also very beautiful. I've heard about you. You're the heroes, and um, I think with your status, you can get me to see Valis. Let's see. I'm just checking something real quick. So, Saren, this young man comes up to you and says, "Please, please, you're a hero. If you can get me to meet Queen Valis, I would be forever. And I would do anything for you."
I just look him over. Does he just look like a fan or something?
He looks like a young man in traditional Greek garb. He definitely looks like he's got a pretty face. He's a pretty boy. His hair is done nicely, and he seems to be very well kept.
Do you think I have her 24? Only meet her a select time, and that's very rare.
Oh well, please. I would do anything. Just remember me. I'm Scylla, and and if it helps, I do have some connections to some powerful people. Merchants, perhaps. Heroes need merchants, right?
Sometimes.
Yes, that's true.
Sometimes. Why
Okay.
exactly do you need to meet the queen anyway?
Oh, it would fill me up. She doesn't grant audiences to her fans, and I think that's just a shame. She is a god after all. So you've met her. Oh, that's so cool.
Okay. I'll keep the name. I don't remember the name.
My name is Sulla, Sulla. And yes, please do whatever you can. I hang out right in front of this temple here, the Temple of the Five, because sometimes Queen Valis she visits, and I do see her come and go from time to time. But I would love to meet her in person. The heroes of the prophecy can make that happen for sure.
Can't make promises. Well, see you later.
Okay, he seems a little awkward, and he kind of lingers his touch a little bit as he kind of thanked you for looking into it, and he doesn't exactly move away. You said see you later and stood there as if you were expecting him to leave, and he stays right next to you.
That means go. That means.
Well, he's not touching you anymore.
Yeah, I know. I
But
was gonna
you would
walk
have.
away.
Okay, so you walk away from him. Okay. And you guys make your way towards the bridge to follow Ashia. She's pretty much started walking that way, not even caring about young Sulla.
Yep.
Who?
Right. Um. So it's a beautiful day. The storm has dissipated. There are things drying out. You see people very excited that the storm is gone. And you make your way towards the melancholy singing emanating from the harp bridge. As Ashia gets closer, you see her put her hand on her necklace hanging off her chest. The three of you, give me a perception check. Solano Dale?
I rolled perception already.
Really?
Yeah. It did a private check for me just
Oh,
now.
I see
2
you.
seconds
Oh,
ago.
Saren. I need Saren. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Saren, perception? Are you on mute?
Come on!
Alright, I'm gonna roll for him. Or he doesn't get a roll. How about that? He's so unperceptive that he doesn't even know if he's perceptive. Zark, you notice that the reason Ashia goes to clasp her locket around her necklace is that as you get closer to the bridge, you see it kind of floating and shaking above her chest. And she kind of grabs it to either hide it or stop it. But she's ahead of you all, and she picks up pace a little bit as you arrive at the bridge. I'm going to stick y'all about right here, maybe. Yep. Do you see yourselves?
Look at all those people.
Still loading.
Yep, it's all right. So you see people on the bridge, and they are gathered around older gentleman. He is standing on a crate, and he is hollering at them in kind of in a preaching kind of way. You catch some things, although there are some of the crowd is making it harder to hear, but you catch him saying something along the lines of how the sirens that sing their beautiful music from this bridge have excessive sadness, unlike any sadness he's ever heard. And he kind of goes into a rant how he's been here every day on this bridge, and he tracks them all year. And then his tone shifts a little bit. He gets quiet as the crowd leans inward, and he says, "It's the heroes. They're the reason these sirens sing so mournfully. A sign of the destruction that's coming soon. All of you should know to bow down to Sidon if you want your lives. Turn against the so-called heroes of the prophecy." So you see all these people gathering around.
Solana goes closer.
Yeah, it's like slowly getting near the preacher.
Okay. You get closer, you kind of blend in with the crowd, or are you not trying to?
Says I don't have a token.
Really?
Yeah. There we are.
Maybe I had you in a wall or something. As you get closer, Solano Deo, you hear him hollering, "Heed my words. This heavy song that the sirens sing," and you hear it in the background. It's just this like eerie, almost like sad whale song from Free Willy kind of thing.
Oh my god.
That sounds so funny to me.
He says it's the heaviest and most mournful of the entire season, and it's not coincidence. They warn you of upcoming destruction. Bow down to Sidon. And Solano Deo, did you say you're trying to blend in with the crowd or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm always wearing cloaks, so I just blend in whenever I am.
Okay. But he does see Solano Deo, and he says, "Ah, there they are now. Since they've turned their sights on Mitros, the storm ravaged our city. They confused the gods and titans alike with their mixed party. Ah, yes, the storm has passed, but listen to the harp sirens. The beginning of the end is nigh." And you see...
You must be drinking some sour wine.
He's not. He seems very, well, as lucid as much as...
Well, previously.
Oh. You see some citizens are cheering him on. He's definitely turning the crowd. Some of them are becoming a little rambunctious, slapping each other on the back and kind of cheering this guy on, and he kind of grows in his rhetoric. And you see some of them like giving you, specifically Solano Deo, dirty looks.
So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the reasoning for Sidon storms to stop in Mitros again? Let me think for a second. Oh yeah, us.
Yeah, that was us.
You heroes think that you stopped the weather? Sidon gave you grace, gave us grace more than anything.
Oh, Sidon tried to stop us from stopping the storms, but we persevered.
Yep, this is true.
The storms had not started until you were making your way to Mitros.
And
Everyone's
how do
heard
you
the
know, and how
tales
do
from
you know of
Astoria.
this? And how do you know of this?
Everyone's heard of the tales from Astoria. We knew you had completed your so-called great labors. The forge,
Well,
we've all heard, and we knew that you were heading to Mitros soon enough, and
okay.
that's when our problems started. You heroes are nothing but false gods.
And how is it? Why
We
is
are
that?
not we are not gods. We are not trying to be worshipped as gods. The fact that you are implicating such a thing is kind of asinine in my opinion.
Then
And
why
I
is
think
that?
these people have something better to do than listen to someone who has had clearly too much wine previously go on and on and on.
So he hollers over your head and he says, "Do not listen to the silky words from these heroes. They mean nothing. They don't care about you. Look at the type that they travel with." And he kind of points out your nymph nature and kind of
Okay.
gestures to both Zark and Ashia
What
at
the,
the edge
what's
of the bridge there.
I'm kind of.
what's he standing on?
Yeah, I'm
A
trying to
wooden
get.
crate.
I'm trying to get.
I kicked the crate in.
No, I was gonna try something else.
What are you trying, Saren?
Oh,
I,
what's
w-
Saren gonna try?
I was trying to get closer to him, and I'm gonna push him off the bridge.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay. So,
Saren the Rebel!
No,
Solano
yeah.
I
Dale,
love it! I
you
love it!
you move your
To be
foot
fair,
to kick
to
the
be
crate, and Saren puts his hand on your shoulder and says,
I think I know a better idea. And it's like
Okay,
and I don't look like the party. And, and it's
that's
like
true.
"You don't
and
look like
it's
the party."
I'm wearing the cloak. Basically just like I look at one in the crowd. Maybe you should get off your high ground and sink lower. And then I push him off.
Okay. So you'd have to be in front of him to do that.
Okay,
Roll.
he's right.
Yeah, roll. What would push be? Strength. It will be strength
I
versus his dex to see.
I I don't have strength, but I really want to push him off.
Yep. I mean, you have.
Ability check.
Yes, straight strength.
I tried.
Yeah, so you kind of approach him coming out of the crowd and you go to push him and he does get pushed a little bit, but he manages to hang on to the box and he becomes
Well,
furious with you and
well, I tried. Well, I'm gonna run away.
okay, before you do, he rights himself on the bridge and you're still right in front of him and
Yep.
everyone's gonna roll initiative.
Well, I regret nothing. It,
Wow, something's broken because it's giving me weird symbols.
Yeah, I still don't see my character.
Really?
I see other things. Yeah.
Let me get rid of
you might have to refresh it. Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
I'm adding Zark back to see if that helps.
Yeah.
I kind
I
of
can at
wish
least see Zark now. I still don't see the other two.
I kind of wish
refresh.
it would work, but I'm not a strength guy.
It might be because of all these animated tokens that I'm going to get rid of anyway. Because half of
Should be
the
fine.
crowd dissipates. We'll make it the half that have animated tokens.
There's everybody. I just had to relive.
That'll happen. Okay, so as you push and he begins to respond, the crowd mostly dissipates. There's people rushing by you in the first 2 rounds or so. But we will begin. Solano Deo, you are standing right next to this action. And you notice as the guy rights himself that although he seems to be an older gentleman, he is quite fit and looks like he has a tattered cloak of Sidon.
You son of a.
And where is he?
He
He's right
is,
there.
yep, sort of right in front of you.
So he was a speaker of Sidon. Push him off.
No,
And I'm
so when you pushed him, when he righted himself, he is off the box now. He actually used the box to kind of not fall off the bridge. So,
Okay.
Solano Deo, you are up.
I'm
So-
up. Okay.
Well,
Well, it is in fact a new day.
And it's yep.
But I don't think I'm gonna smoke my vapors just yet.
Uh-oh.
No, no, that's an afternoon thing. This is morning now.
I think I'm just gonna do firebolt on him then.
Right here.
Okay.
Right here. Ouch.
Ooh, that's weird. Oh.
All right, that's it.
All right. You blast a firebolt at him, and he's hurt real bad right away. You see his cloak go up in flames real quick as the tattered old Order of Sidon cloak easily burns. The sirens are flying above and seem agitated in kind of a way that they're still singing their songs. They're not totally interested in what's going on, but they don't seem like they're not approving. Saren.
Okay, so he's not on the ground anymore, but I'm gonna try to hit him unconscious, I guess.
Okay.
Just like hit him in the head, but still with my weapon.
Sure.
Okay, so yep.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely managed to do so. Oh, you didn't target him?
Oh, I thought I did.
That's all right. You definitely do so, and he is knocked unconscious on the bridge there. Anything else?
I think it's just. I think it's like now it's time to leave. You know, like try to blend into the crowd, I guess.
Yeah, the crowd is still running off. This commoner here, though, as you try to blend in with the crowd, you see him whip out a small kitchen weapon kind of thing and tries to hit you and misses. Zark is up.
8. Man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of like move away from everybody and just kind of like put my hands up, like I didn't do anything. Like, wasn't me.
Here's that guy, the cloak. It was that guy. Kind of really wish I could push him off the bridge.
All right, Ashia flies up and makes her way kind of over here. How much speed does she have? She's got, yeah, 30. So she can get, yeah, she can get next to this guy here. But she doesn't attack anyone. This person here tries, actually, as Ashia is flying away, tries to like throw something at her. Let's see if he misses or hits. See if Ashia get hit on her way. Nope. So you just see kind of a makeshift weapon fly over the bridge and into the water, trying to hit her. These sirens are getting more agitated, swooping around. This individual looks to be agitated and wanting to defend the man that just got blasted. Comes over here towards you, Solano Deo, and tries to attack and hits you. It's a little bit of damage. This one too comes by as Ashia lands, tries to hit her and misses. Sorry, I still had you targeted, but it was a miss. It's all good. Let me get rid of Ashia's height there. These guys are flying around, singing their songs. It becomes a little bit more quick-paced as they sing their sorrowful music. Solano Deo's up.
All right. So the one in front of me just hit me, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and I'll go easy on him. I'll try to attack. I'll attack not lethal with my adamantine javelin.
Okay.
Don't-
Yeah. Did you mean to kill, or were you knocking unconscious?
No, I said knocking him unconscious.
You got it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Solano Deo?
Move away.
Yep. It's like run away.
All right. Saren is up.
Guys, going to knock conscious this girl. Or
Sure.
don't.
Easily. Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's like
these folks are clearly agitated that you would hurt this man. They were the ones that agreeing with him, and you just start bonking them. Zark is up.
I'm still just gonna stay stepped back with my hands up, showing them I'm not gonna be bonking them.
I
Okay.
plead the fifth. I believe.
Ashia kind of flies up and starts to sing mournfully with her siren folks there. This one sees some people get bonked and runs off.
Honk.
This one's still going after Solano Deo. They are one of those. He has a crazy look in his eyes, and
Fanatic.
yeah, fanatic and misses. And we are all the way around to that siren, that siren, that siren, who are flying and singing. And Solano Deo, you got attacked again, but missed this time.
They're jealous of my good looks.
Knock him out with your good looks.
Smoldering looks.
If looks could kill.
There probably would be a spell if it was funny enough.
What are you doing, Solano?
Rinse and repeat last round. Gonna try to knock them out, unconscious, not murder them with my javelin.
Got it.
Ooh, that misses.
Yeah. You could do bonus action if you want. Otherwise, we're going to Saren.
Next person.
Donk.
Yes.
And I go back into the crowd. It's like,
The crowd is dissipated at this point. You got some unconscious folks at the bridge. And it gets sort of settled once again. It's about midday at this point.
I guess we just drag them into the corner on the side of the bridge, and people are just going to ignore them.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to check this guy, see what he had on him, and then maybe write on his body, like, side on preacher.
Sidon sucks. LOL.
It's like, honestly, it's right on him.
He does have a sword and a spear and a javelin and a
I'm
shield.
gonna take. I don't need them, but we're gonna take them as spite because he wouldn't let me push him off the bridge.
A siren lands and seems to have encouraged and communicated in the air with Ashia to land by her, and you are all witness to this conversation. She approaches Ashia. She's a beautiful siren. Ashia, of course, is a beautiful siren. And she approaches her and she says, "Hello, I am called Aliyah. Please. Ashia, hero of legends. Hear me out. The sirens need your help and we have information for you." And Ashia's kind of, you see that she's a little bit nervous, but she's also very eager to hear her out. And through their conversation, you hear the legend of the sirens. That the sirens once lived on a great expanse of shoals in the Cerulean Gulf, where they built a city of brilliant white limestone. The towering spires and pillars thrust out from the rocky waters, allowing the sirens to fly or swim as they pleased. They lived here in joy, singing praises to Sidon, who governed the oceans. Sidon heard this from his throne in Praxis and scowled. Were they truly grateful, they would not build their towers to rival mine. When the sirens learned that Sidon was displeased, they were heartbroken. We dismantled our towers and composed new melodies, songs of repentance, which once more carried on the winds to the ears of the Titan, and he was unmoved. Were they truly repentant, They would not sing so brazenly, but they would go meekly and offer the proper sacrifices in place of songs. This time, the sirens were utterly stricken. They had believed that their songs were cherished by the gods. Their voices were stilled, and in the ensuing silence, the brilliance of the city faded into shadow. Stone foundations cracked, impediments grew heavy. The pillars collapsed, and the city of the sirens sank deep into the ocean, swallowed by churning waters. Even its name was forgotten. Centuries passed in silence. Eventually, a new song began, an endless lamentation for the city that now sleeps on the ocean floor. I believe that when Lutheria learned that the city of the sirens had been destroyed, she probably laughed. She captured an entire flock of us creatures, and she's cursed them, twisting them into something monstrous. Ashia, your fame has grown as a hero of the prophecy, but your people, your family needs you. We are prepared to join you, my sisters and I, on your quest. We've heard many things and confirmed that your next journey is beyond the coast, across the seas. I imagine it's a difficult decision to leave your party behind, but we cannot bear the weight, and the time is of the essence. I'm afraid if you don't come, not only will you lose your family forever, but the entire world of Thylea will fall into the hands of the Twin Titans. And Ashia is quiet, and she looks to you all who have heard this conversation. Her eyes, although in recent days, ever since returning from Tillamook, her mood had changed into one that was a little more brash, a little more curt. You see a softness in them as she wells up with tears and looks at you all. Does anyone say anything?
I take it that's gonna be have a good one.
Ashia, do we want to go help?
I'm afraid that this is part of my own prophecy. The Oracle never said that we had to stay together, and my people are calling. Surely you all understand about family.
Yeah.
Get it?
She shares
Go take care of your family.
She shares a moment with each of you. A memory, perhaps. A moment in battle. You recall something that you share with her. Solano Deo, what do you share with her before she departs the bridge?
It kind of freaked me out that time you disappeared and then came back with new clothes. And you summoned a Lucas.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm taking Lucas with me.
And you've blown up many persons' heads.
She summons Lucas for you all again as he flies around and feels
Lucas,
the same energy.
Keep an eye on her. She is a loose cannon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Pat Lucas on the head.
She shares a moment with you, Saren. What's the moment like?
Nothing. Nah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't really think we connected very much with, like, Ashia and Saren did not connect very much.
Saren is a rebel all the time.
She says, Saren, we may not have connected that much, but I know that you had my back. And I hope that you felt that I had yours.
Oh, I've always got that.
Zark, what's the moment with you?
I mean, I feel like Solano Deo summed it up. He blew off a lot of people's heads, and it was very impressive. He didn't blow off my head, which is very nice. And, you know, family's family, so go take care of yours, and maybe one day we'll see you again.
And Kira's with you, and she takes a moment. They have a long hug in silence. And you hear them joking about who's the better singer. And you see Ashia spread her wings out on the new sirens that she had just met, take off a little ahead of her. She steps to the edge of the bridge and jumps. You see her form getting smaller. And just before it seems to get too small to notice, you think that you see her head turn back to you, but you're not quite sure.
Peace out, Ashia.
Now we just hear the free will.
I take it all the harpies go with her.
Yep.
Well, at least, okay, I guess they won't work. I guess they're happy that the cultist was knocked out.
Oops.
Okay, I guess we. So was
I
that
feel like I'd like to find like the nearest tavern and grab like a couple beers and like pour like beer on like this
Yeah.
knocked out guy and like put a mug next to him like he just got like piss drunk.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people around, and this is, tough times, so there's definitely a bottle or something around that you can sit
Perfect.
by him. And then you want to go to, there is the Satyr's Tail and the something else.
We should probably tell Valis about the person that wanted to talk to her.
The Siren's Roost or the Satyr's Tail, both are in the Stygian Road district, which you pass on the way. So it's up to you if you want to stop and get a drink, or if you just wanted to find a drink to sit next to this guy to make him look like he's drunk.
Yeah, just find whatever is
Oh,
sitting around.
I thought you were drinking your feelings for a moment.
No. We're good.
Okay.
Ashia's going to a better place.
Okay. You make your way back to the temple and find Queen Valis.
Let her know that there's a person that really wants to meet her hanging out by the Temple of the Five, and really just asked if we could help this meeting get set up.
Oh, I see. Was he a dapper young man?
That's the one.
Yes. He's been trying to get a meeting with me for a while. I think it's cute that you entertained him.
And I figured I'd let you know. Do you know what he wants?
I think he just loves beautiful things. And she says it not in like an arrogant way, but in a way that kind of is like basically saying that he is vain or
Right.
shallow.
So he thinks he's gonna be able to hit on you, is what you're saying.
Yes, I mean it's cute, but I do not entertain such frivolous things. I am not my husband.
I was just gonna say. All right. Well, yeah. Just wanted to let you know.
Yes, I wouldn't give him too much attention lest he attach to you.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna treat me as a beautiful thing. So.
Yes, I'm surprised you've been able to get around town so easily.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Okay. You've been in town for at least a day. Zark, how's your dragon egg?
I don't know. Been caring for it whenever I get the chance. It's been rainy, so it's been in the bag. I don't remember if I need to keep it cold or warm.
Okay.
I put my ear up to it.
Roll nature.
Where'd my dice go?
Um, you rolled from your pseudo dragon, but that's okay.
Oh,
I don't think
that's
it.
weird.
Yeah, I don't think it gave him a. I don't know if you have any modifier for nature. You don't. Okay. Um, yeah, you don't quite remember what Aesop said in Astoria when he told you about caring for bronze dragon eggs. You do remember casting a electrical shock spell, a shocking grass spell on it, or something like that. Was it fire or shocking? I don't know.
I think it was my lightning javelin told me to
Gotcha.
use something electrical on it because it's a bronze one. I don't remember.
Sure, sure. So give me a D100 roll.
Public D100.
Just from Zark. Okay.
47.
So yeah, you check the egg over, and it looks to be fine.
Get away from the palace. I'm gonna use my electrical thing again.
Okay.
Zap it. I think that's what he said.
Is it a cantrip?
No. It's a once per day spell, essentially.
Gotcha.
The javelin of lightning.
Okay. Yep, just make sure you have it used in your sheet.
Yep.
Okay, so you exit the temple once again, and in the streets of Mitros, it seems a little bit funny at first. You're walking the streets; they don't seem to be a normal hustle bustle. There are people kind of emptying the streets and walking to the side, and I assume you do so as well.
Do we see something coming?
You do. You see dozens of figures dressed in black robes that are marching down the street in a orderly procession. There are mourners that line the street, wailing spouses, dumbstruck children, and resigned elders that look on. As they come closer to you, you see a large bronze cage that is held aloft towards the front of the procession. Inside is a shackled minotaur.
Hmm.
Some of the people next to me. Why are they taking this minotaur in a cage?
Oh, it's for the ritual battle before the funeral, of course. My uncle was there with one of the dozen centurions that got killed fighting the centaur tribes on the borders.
See,
So yes, we consider minotaurs to. Oh, and she kind of like catches as she actually looks up to see you, and she stops talking and moves away from you.
yeah, that's what I thought. These black robes, have we seen these robes before that procession's wearing?
Roll history. You have not seen them like in terms of connected to any organization, but you are aware that they are traditional clothing for those in mourning or like for a funeral. Or
Gotcha.
so they start to pass you. There is a guy in the back who seems to be well equipped with. He's got some like leather straps and some chains, and he looks very like authoritative. And he sees you, Zark, and he kind of has a strange look on his face, and he starts walking towards you. You there? How'd you get out?
I'm not out. I was never caged up like you've got this one.
No talking from you. Get him in the back, and you see like at the very end of the procession, there is like another cage that's empty, so to speak. It's like a wheeled cart that they seem to use for the Minotaur slave market. And 2 soldiers start to come up to you.
I'm gonna tell him, listen, I'm gonna break your face if you think you're gonna try and put me in that.
And they both step back and they look at the leader with the straps, and he says, "Where are you from?"
You should just release this other Minotaur and be on your merry way.
Do we know why he's in there?
Yeah, because they put him in the ring with a bunch of like fighter people and have him slaughtered.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
they-
whoa. Are you part of the law around here? Because I have a permit for this. Do you have a permit to be free?
The king and I have been working together on getting rid of this storm, so
Make a
I
strength
don't.
saving throw. Do, do, do. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so they go up to you and start to grab your arms, and you easily shake them away with such force that they definitely take a step back, and they give this leader guy another double take, and he just looks sternly at you, waiting for you.
I told you I will break your face if you try and put me in there. So you might as well just walk along, little dude. Walk along.
And he mumbles something to his soldiers. You can roll a perception if you want to try to listen in with your Minotaur ears.
No human ears.
Yeah, you don't quite make it out, but they eyeball the shit out of you as they walk by, and the procession continues, and you notice that they're going down towards what looks to be like a Colosseum type arena.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but this rubs me the wrong way. No one else has feelings on that? Alright. I might go break out some Minotaurs.
There's only one, and from what you've gained from talking to the mourners around, there is a ritual battle that takes place before the funeral that symbolizes the the loss of a soldier out in the world, of kind of a way to.
Yeah, how fair is this battle, though?
It is, let's see, it is 3 soldiers that are family members of the deceased, and they will be chosen to fight the Minotaur.
The 1 on 3.
Yep. And from what you know about hearing about the slave trade in Mitros, it's not just 1 on 3 fair and square. It's 1 on 3 with the one being at a severe disadvantage, lack of weapons, chained up, things like that.
Yeah, what I assumed.
Not a fair match.
Not at all. I'm gonna follow the procession down to the Colosseum.
I'll follow as well.
Okay. Oops, that's zoomed in. So, you make your way to... Oh, I don't have tokens for y'all on there, do I? Aw, no more Ashia. So I'll just put you guys kind of in the arena for now. But you're actually at the edge. You're like at the edge seat or whatever. So you get there, and a priest of Sidon comes to the center. The Minotaur is chained up And he makes an announcement saying that it is of this great ritual that we honor the lives of those lost to the centaurs. And it is with this great sacrifice of the Minotaur that is a blessing for the dead. May the ritual combat begin.
I'll like run out there and be like, "You call this combat? This is three men about to just sacrifice a minotaur."
Yes, this is the way. And the family members step up. You see their eyes are red, their face is fierce, and he says, "This is our tradition. Who are you to stop us?"
This is a dumb tradition, and I suggest you guys back down and let me take this minotaur and go on our merry way.
Back down. Ha. You come storming into our Colosseum, storming in to stop our ritual? I doubt the Order of Sidon would let that happen.
Use the scroll wheel.
You use what?
Oh, he's trying to figure out how
We'll
to
zoom out.
Oh.
Yeah, use.
The scroll wheel's just letting me move up and down the map. It's not letting me zoom out.
Oh, that's
Right,
how it works.
control.
Really?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
I zoom out.
I will configure a zoomed out view, and so you could try refreshing it now that I saved that
Yeah.
configuration.
I'm gonna refresh it.
Yeah, usually it's right click to go up and down and scroll wheel to zoom out. You can also hit the, for future reference, the plus or minus if you have a numpad. Or if you don't, I think there's a plus or minus without a numpad.
I got it.
All right. They say that I doubt that the Order of Sidon will allow that. And you see soldiers for the Order of Sidon. Quite a bit of them. I'd say a dozen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, listen, guys, this is not my fight,
Would you
but
like
I
it to
can
be?
make it my fight. I do not want it to be. I just want to take Minotaur and go home.
Go home. Go to bed.
One of them turns to the crowd and says, "You hear this? He's inserting himself into the fight. Let's let him have what he wants. Minotaur versus Minotaur." And the crowd goes crazy. These guys start to walk off.
Minotaur versus Minotaur? No. I'm not fighting it. I'm just gonna like go over and like unchain the Minotaur.
You see a very large, scarred up Minotaur. And he turns to you as you start to approach, and he says, "Watch out, they're coming." And you see these guards coming up to you, and he says, "Just play along."
Along with what? Letting them slaughter you?
No, does it seem like he has a plan or something?
Yeah, before they get close enough, he mumbles, "Fight me." Only Zark can hear him. "You there. We will release your opponent. Tell your friends to back up."
Back up, boys.
"Here are the rules. The fight."
Solano, Saren,
What?
I'm listening.
back up.
Okay. Like that way?
I don't know. Assuming they don't want
They
you
don't want
guys
you
entering
fighting.
into the Minotaur fight.
If you defeat this Minotaur, then the ritual will be complete. If you die, you die. No magic. No funny business. One stands. Any questions?
I'm gonna like look at the Minotaur like eye to eye and be like, you do have a plan. Like, not say it, but just kind of like give him the nod. No questions.
Okay. Um. They escort you back here. They step aside. You hear a large bell as someone comes out and unchains him. And he stands quite a bit taller than you. He reminds you of a minotaur in the Tomb of Xander in terms of sheer size.
Gotcha.
Okay, Zark. Roll initiative. I was choking on my food and almost like killed you all with my.
Okay, the Emperor's dead. Choke him out.
Oops, sorry, I got rid of somebody. Oh no!
You got rid of everyone except me.
I know.
Minotaur's gone.
That's
Well, I got
weird.
rid of-
Let me. I didn't know I could do that from the turn order.
Okay, I put my character back.
Okay, but you guys aren't in the battle, so.
Okay, doesn't matter. I just saw the button, I clicked it.
All right. Let me get some combat music. Oh, okay, we'll go with this one. Sure. Oops, I guess that didn't work. Okay. Zark, you are up first as he breaks off his chains or is released from his chains and stands very tall.
I'm just gonna charge in at him, and as soon as I get like close enough to earshot, be like, "What's the plan, dude?" As I like raise up my hammer and hold up my shield.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
All right. He has a big smile on his face as he turns his head towards you and charges at you. I forget he doesn't have a lot of these things because he doesn't have weapons. And he tries to gore you. That's what he does. He misses, and he pushes past you as you end up dodging it. And the crowd, you hear a collective gasp from the crowd. And he moves quite a bit past you as you dodge, so he's at least 10 feet from you.
Yell at him. I don't want to hurt you. Don't make me do this. Still nothing back from him?
Nothing.
Alright. We are going to turn into a bull.
Ooh. Okay.
And I am going to charge him. Which is... horn attack, so +5 to hit. 1d... So +5 to hit. We'll roll a d20.
Um,
19.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. You need to do a DC 11 strength save.
Okay. He passes.
Okay. And then it's 1d8 plus 4. So he takes 9 and... Nope.
What?
That's not
Remind
right.
me what this is that you're using so I can build it into
My horns.
Gotcha.
It's just a regular bull stats. D6. No.
Want me to roll a d6?
No, I got it. So 14 damage altogether.
Gotcha. Okay, so he takes the damage. You see a soldier throw him a weapon that gets covered in the sand of the arena pretty quickly, but it looks to be a large axe.
And my AC is 11 and hit points of 36. Just so you know.
Your AC. Oh, because you're a bull.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just. I'm gonna temporarily change your AC.
Yeah.
Maybe 11. They have this new
There you
feature
go.
where you could just override it.
Nice.
Okay. So he targets you. He grabs the weapon, swings around with this giant axe, hits you for quite a bit of damage as a bull. Is that right?
Yep.
And swings again and hits for 16. So 16 plus 24. That's 40 damage. Are you still a bull?
Nope.
What do? Do you just change back
Yep.
with full hit points, like polymorph?
So that's 4. It's just like polymorph, yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be full hit points minus the overage, so an extra 4. So I'm at 43.
Okay.
And my AC will be back to 19.
You got it.
I think that's what it was.
Yep, it sure was. Okay, so he slices your bull form so quickly, and you see just kind of that dusty smoke come out of his nostrils as he huffs at you.
Shouldn't be doing this.
I'm going to add you other two if you want to roll initiative, just in case you do want to act or cast a
Jump
spell
in.
or something, yeah.
Even though we're not supposed to be casting spells. So
Well,
yeah.
I'm already in the initiative.
Yeah, just roll initiative.
Damn. Alright.
Done?
I'm assuming
I'll roll
all
for
do
you
not
guys.
hit him.
Okay. He is up, and he takes his great axe at you, misses, and he tries to gore you. Turns his head towards you and does his little upward movement. Misses. He starts to dance around you a bit.
As he moves away, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity on him.
Okay. All right. Solano Deo, if you want to do something, you're welcome to.
Is it bad if I want to cast a spell on the Minotaur?
What do you mean by is it bad?
Like, it's in the rules that we can't, right?
Well, they said no spells, and they told you not to get involved. That's what the soldier said.
All right, then I'll stay put.
Okay. That leads us to Saren. Saren.
Yeah.
Your turn, if you want to do something. Otherwise, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Watching it happen.
Watching it happen, Zark, you run up to him.
There we go.
Okay. He takes some hits.
A
Yep.
lot of hit points.
Not too bad.
He
Let's
turns
miss a
back to
bunch.
you and swings with a double hit of his great axe. His axe flies out of his hands, lands in the dust around here. He seems to get a smirk out of this, and he let me see something real quick. Oh, that's fun. He tries to gore you and hits with a good gore of 15 damage as his horns make purchase through your armor. Solano Dale. Anything, Solano Dale? Take that as a no. Saren?
Still watching.
Zark.
Weapon on my weapon. Alright.
He makes his way over to grab his weapon.
I'm going to take an attack of opportunity on him.
Yep.
Mother effer.
Yes, he grabs his weapon, but instead of taking his weapon towards you, you see him charge at you with his charge attack, which oh, he's got to hit you with his gore attack, which hits, and then you take an extra 2d8 piercing. Let's see how that. Oops, 2d8.
You can not wear armor?
I've got armor on.
Like you said, it was 11.
No, it's 19 now. It was just when I'm a bull.
Okay.
Yeah, you take an extra 15 damage. So as he charges at you with his gore attack, he because of the extra charge, he actually, because you only have 9 hit points, right? So 15.
Yep.
Okay. So he takes you and carries you with his horns, and you notice that as he's like basically pulverizing you into the edge of the stands, that his horns are placed in such a way that don't do like organ damage, but you're still knocked unconscious from hitting the back wall, and you kind of slump down there, and he slumps back to his chains and like assumes like a submissive position by the chains.
Oh, he's certainly strong.
These guys come out and they say, "Ha ha ha ha! Our brethren will rest in peace, knowing this sacrifice has happened. You are quite the specimen." And he puts the shackles back on him. Zark, you are left unconscious there as the mourners and the family, they make their way out. You do see, though, that the man who grabs this Minotaur, he does so. He takes him in chains, puts him back in a cage. He talks to the soldiers a little bit to get the story, and he says, "All right, you've lived to fight another day." And as this guy is being wheeled out in a cage, you hear him kind of hollering. Zark, you don't hear this, but the rest of you hear this, that he is hollering about wanting to be an adventurer and how he got to defeat the heroes, and surely he's a hero himself, and the crowd is just kind of laughing as they wheel him away.
So who has the key?
The key?
Is there a key to that cage at all? Or
shackles? Yeah, that main guy with the leather whips and stuff. But the Colosseum kind of empties out, and you all are left with an unconscious Zark.
Well, that didn't work out well. So I guess we just revive him.
I mean, a medicine check won't just revive him. I mean, he still has 0 hit points.
Oh, I thought... I don't know if Solano had any healing spells or not.
He does. He's a priest or a cleric.
Show.
Yeah, I'm just a rogue. I was playing something else, but you kind of went gladiator, so you kind of had that moment.
I got you, boo.
Yay!
So you
Thank you.
come to consciousness. Oh.
That did not go as planned.
I meant to cast that as a 3rd level spell. I don't know why I did that shit.
Oh, you can actually move the dice around. That's cool.
Wait, so I'm supposed to get a 16 and a 21, or just a 21?
I healed you a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Not how I expected it to go.
That's okay.
I
But-
kind of.
Not one Minotaur got slaughtered today, so it
Yeah,
did kind of work out the way I wanted.
he's still kind of stuck in a cage.
Time to go find that cage.
Yeah, I guess we just follow him. My plan is just to steal his keys and throw them at the Minotaur.
Yep.
Okay. So you take some time to revive Zark, but you definitely see the procession, and everyone's kind of dissipating, but you see the old wooden cart with the cage making its way to Stygian Row.
Okay, and the Mac guy's still nearby.
Um,
Keymaster or something.
he's by the cage that's going to Stygian Row. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to just hood up, try to get near him. This is the one time I can shine. The rogue,
Yes.
the rogue can that kindly do a rogue thing and steal the keys.
Okay, so it's making its way back through the city down to Stygian Row. You guys were a little bit behind, so by the time that you catch up, Saren, you have to do a power walk a little bit to catch up, and you've left Zark and Solano Deo behind. And the carriage makes its way into the Minotaur Market. You see lots of bronze cages, which surround a central raised platform. There's a barnyard odor that assaults your senses. There are over a dozen unwashed minotaurs that have been locked within the cages. They're filthy, but physically fit. Many have fresh bruises and superficial cuts from battle.
Hmm. And I recognize the one that Zark fought, right?
Yeah, it's still making its way through the money streets. And you see people kind of nodding to him, and he like stops at one little booth, and you see an exchange of drachma. And you see he's got people around him too. It seems like as he comes into the market, there are, for lack of a better term, like thug employees that he has seemingly under him as they come up to him. Some of them give him coin. Some of them seem very submissive as they either take orders or receive orders. And yeah, you see him make his way through the streets, and eventually he comes to kind of a covered garage type place where he brings in his carriage, and you see it disappear under the darkness.
Can I see through it?
Oh yeah, if you get close enough, roll stealth. Yeah, you manage to get close enough, and you see that it's pretty much a space where they hose off minotaurs after battle. There's a spot of like a hay bed where they're tossed to rest. There's like a trough of food bits and food waste that is collected from other parts of the city that are tossed into here for the minotaurs to eat. But they leave him in the cage. They don't. So when they bring him in, you see that it seems to be an area like that, but the guards leave him in the cage. But they do stick around. They are tending to things. They have a little board of tools, sort of looking shock-like devices that are hanging on the wall that they are cleaning.
Okay. Does it look like one has a... Do any of them have keys on them or anything?
Yep. They all seem to have something jingling on their side, and you saw that the main guy, his name is Maximus, by the way. I keep calling him the guy with the whips. But Maximus has left that area and left it to his guard. So he currently has two guys there that are tending to the weaponry, aren't paying attention to the cage, and they do have some keys on them.
So they seem very distracted. Could I try to...
Not very distracted. I'd say slightly distracted.
Okay. Could I get near the cage then without them noticing?
You could try. I would say that they're about 15 feet from the cage. You're probably about 25 if you imagine kind of like a horse kennel kind of area that you are at the entrance to it and they're kind of back in the corner, but they are closer to the cage than you are.
If I just walk carefully, they won't notice it. Just very quietly.
Sure, roll stealth. I don't know why I bother even asking you. Okay, so
You,
you hang to the little half wooden walls that keep in a lot of the other creatures that they have there, just mostly horses and such. But you manage to get to the other side, so that way um, the cage carriage is between you and them, and you can kind of hear them talking about the way that dumb Minotaur like tried to save his brother and shit like that.
Mhm. Mhm. So they're very close to each other, one another.
Yeah, like both of their backs are to you as they clean weapons and like laugh at stupid Minotaurs. They're
Could
definitely.
I try? Could I try to grab the keys?
Oh, so you're actually the cage carriage is between you and them, so you'd still have to walk around to get to them if that's what you're trying to do is grab their
Uh,
keys.
Okay, is the lock on my side?
Yeah, there's like a big padlock. It's kind of on the front. So if yeah, well, I should
Try.
use. But if you try to grab their keys, I mean that would be very difficult since
Yeah, it's
just their
they're
backs are to you, and there's two of them.
okay. I'm gonna
And there's
try the other idea.
yeah, and there's not much in the area to hide you either. I mean, there's like a bed of hay and dirt.
Okay, so I could just use my thieves tools and unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll your thieves tools. Was that dexterity? Oh no.
Why? Why is it
Yeah.
when I try to do something cool, it's always a one?
So as you try to open the cage, they hear your lockpick break, and they turn to you and they say, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And they start to walk towards you.
Where are the others anyway?
Out of here. What do you mean, where are the others? What is
I
that you have
mean,
in your hand?
Me and Solano would be trailing him just enough that,
Yeah, you
he wouldn't be
actually,
recognized.
sure, you guys kind of catch up and you hear the commotion from the barn.
I'm just here to take just to release an old friend. What are you doing here?
Not this old friend, and one of them
Fucking God.
blows a whistle,
Oh my
and you
God.
see more of them starting to come. You hear footsteps, and
Jesus
you also
fuck.
see the guy who came, or the original like leader guy, and he steps in and he
Oh.
says,
Oh no.
"You folks, uh, you better leave." And even before he gets done saying it, you see a few more of his thugs kind of starting to surround you. He says, "This is your last chance."
Mm, I,
Zark, are you visible?
I
why are you
mean,
why are you see through?
No, I mean, did you come into the barn or did you just hear the commotion and stay outside?
oh, I would have stayed outside
Okay.
Yeah, but
because I
it's,
don't want to be mistaken for a slave minotaur.
Oh,
yeah,
you are in the Minotaur slave market area, and you have already been harassed a few times, but so far no one's like tried to enslave you. But there is definitely a lot of eyes and heat on you. So, um,
mm,
but
well,
as you stand outside the barn, some soldiers pass you, and they don't even, uh, they don't even really notice that
Just
you're.
like I try to put my head down so the horns aren't up, and hopefully the rest of my gear is covering me
What
enough.
about you, Solano Day? Are you in the barn or are you with Zark?
how far could you
Was
get?
Zark.
Yeah, so you're just like on the edge of the barn, basically, 30 feet away, almost.
Yeah, let me actually set it up in the arena here. So I'm imagining these guys
Like a
had
square in.
confronted you, um, and that the cart was essentially between you at first, like that. and that you had like snuck in and then eventually gone or tried to unlock the cage, and then they move towards you. So like this, they confront you, and suddenly they blow a whistle, and you are surrounded, Saren. I'd say you're surrounded, and then this guy comes out and says, what are you doing or whatever. And you guys, Solano Deo and Zark, are kind of, yeah, you're like here at the, if I did a barn's edge, it would be something like, almost like that with the entrance right here.
Sure.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Well, that's not a bad drawing, at least. It's like,
Squares and
I'm
shapes
saying-
and such, just so you know where things end. And of course, we got to get the Minotaur, who you're trying to save, is in the cage. And he's awake and watching, and you just kind of see a smirk on his face.
It's like, I'm not leaving without him, but it's like who's willing to die first anyway?
Willing to die? You come in here and try to take one of our slaves? And you're threatening us with death?
I'm slaving a friend. You're dying over nothing.
It is my job to protect the inventory.
Your inventory is nothing to me.
Okay. Are you like willing to fight them?
Well, as long as I'm not alone, and I think I know that these two are about, like right there, so I'm at. Then it's like I kind of like that Minotaur.
Okay.
After you beat the crap out of Zark, so it's like
You also pass dozens of other Minotaurs in the market, and you are in the center of the slave market at midday. FYI.
I thought we were in the barn.
You're in the barn, but I mean, it's still midday, and they're kind of on the street, so there's still like random ass people like right around Zark and Solano Deo.
So I'm half and half, but I really want to save this Minotaur.
Well, you can't consult with anyone. They're outside the barn.
Well, I just feel guilty if I do something without their consent, but it's like
These guys begin to close in on you as you threaten them.
Okay. Well, time. You really shouldn't do that. But okay.
All right. Roll initiative.
It's like I activate my shield.
Okay, so I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Will this take more than 17 minutes?
That's
I don't know.
That was part of. Well, as long as I use his shield, maybe.
Okay.
I'm hoping to wrap it up within 17 minutes. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have.
But I hear you have a hard stop, yeah?
I'd like to, but if it goes longer, it should be good.
Trying to put the. Okay, so that's me. So right there.
I just gotta blow them up.
Kind of like that. That's how it works.
What are you casting? It's not even.
Thunder Wave.
Whoa! It's not even your turn, man. What are you talking about? Thunder Wave.
I thought you said I could activate it.
No, I said roll initiative. I don't remember hearing anything about Thunder Wave.
Maybe I missed. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
I know how to do the template.
Let me undo all that.
Good news is I know how to do the template now. Because it was like.
Yeah, good practice.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. I was talking about 17 minutes, so I had no idea you were trying to cast a spell. No, this guy comes up first. And he has that authority about him. And he sees you threatening his crew. And, so he targets you and chucks a spear at you. And another one flies through the air. One of them hits for 11 damage. As he just fiercely comes at you. You're up, Saren. Now you can cast your Thunder Wave if you'd like.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right.
I'm trying that. Okay, so I don't know why when I put the spell template, it hits me too. So I'm trying to figure out. put the measure template down, but if it does it, it targets me too. So I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's just because
I
you're
don't
in
get-
it. But oh, I think it's let me see. Is that Thunderwave? Let me just edit
Yeah,
that real quick for you,
it
because I
shouldn't hit me.
believe right.
It originates from me, but it targets me too for some reason.
Yeah,
I'll just heal me to make it faster.
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay, 5. Put 5 back.
You got it. So yeah, this Thunderwish wave hits them. They all brace for it a little bit, and some of them take damage. Anything else from you, Saren?
If they failed, they get pushed 10 feet away.
Yes. Then
Okay,
get
looks like most of them failed. So, or nope, looks like maybe half. So these guys, this guy gets thrown against the wall over here. This guy gets knocked back. This guy gets thrown against the wall. These guys look like they're fine.
okay. And I use Yiklo on them.
Oh, you still
Exactly.
do you still have an action?
Because no, it's a bonus action to use that thing. I have an action to hit someone.
You have a bonus action to use a weapon?
No, the shield uses.
Oh, gotcha.
So I did a lot of damage on the first turn.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. Anything else?
Nope, I did good.
All right.
You
This
guys,
one. Let's see. Yep, can get to you and hit you with his. He's got a mace. Look at that. Misses at a 17. All right, so you dodged that one.
I have the shield. It's fine.
This one can kind of make it. Which way does he want to go? 15. He can't really make it to you.
Hmm.
This guy can get close-ish, and he can hit you with a crossbow, which hits for just a couple damage. You see an arrow flying at you. The one right in front of you, that's been, he takes his mace to you and hits the other one nearby. Oh, this guy that just got knocked up. So he takes half his movement to stand up, and then he can move about there, so he can't quite get to you. Oh, but he does have a crossbow, which is a crit hit. 6 damage against you there. Zark, you hear the commotion break out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start charging in there.
For the Minotaur. For the Minotaur. Hmm.
I just want to make sure I'm doing the right one.
Yep.
So we're gonna run in, and we are going to cast Dragon's Wrath.
Oh, not bad.
There's no targets to save because there's nothing down. Anybody within 60 feet that is not friendly, so basically everybody, I'm assuming.
Except
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, not our buddy, not Saren, not Solano. DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay, that's a lot of people for it to not go automatically. DC 14, let's see. Most of them save, believe it or not. I wish I would highlight this. Okay, this guy here is frightened. Right there. And was that this one? Yep. Okay. Oh, and this one. Oh no, that was Saren. Nope. Oh, this guy. Oh, that was yeah, he's frightened for sure. Oh, you frightened the main guy. That's good. And it looks like that's it. Okay. So this guy is frightened up here, and this guy down here. So you got a few of them. And frightened means they have to move away from the source. Is the source you?
Right. Yes.
So,
Okay.
Okay, should be safer if I get near you.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else?
That's an action. So no, I should be good.
Okay. This one, who is not afraid, sees you come in, but it's still focused. Actually, it doesn't quite see you come in. Here's the roar. Not really affected by it. Still targets Saren with the mace and misses. Oh, these guys do have multi-attack. Sorry. Mace again. Which is a hit for 4. Saren, you're feeling it. What are you thinking as these guys just start bashing you?
They're gonna die.
Solano Deo, outside the market, you see some people getting a little concerned and looking over that way as they hear clang on clang of metal, and the Minotaur in the cage just start hollering. You're up.
I go in and investigate. What's going on?
And
Yeah, you see chaos as they all descend upon Saren. You see
Really?
a few of them
Is
scared.
the Minotaur still stuck in the cage?
He is. The cage
Yep.
is still locked too.
Okay, I'm gonna break the lock with my adamantine javelin.
Oh yeah,
doesn't
sure.
it crit on the when you hit something with it? Doesn't it crit?
Is it an
What's
automatic
simple
crit?
steel gonna?
Yeah,
What's
it's an
simple
automatic-
steel gonna do against adamantine? Jack
Yeah.
shit.
Right?
Because it breaks when you hit it, so he might actually be able to get out. He might actually be.
Okay, so that was my action. Does that work? Do I just break it? Do I just?
You
break
still
the
got to
lock?
roll. Yeah, roll like. Can you roll the weapon on something, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll just roll the weapon.
You might need a target, so you could use the Minotaur in there if you want.
What?
I'll undo it. Yeah. So yeah, 21. You definitely hit the lock. That's all I wanted to see is if you'd hit it.
Okay. So then, I point a finger at Saren, and I say, "Okay, I got you. Do not worry. You look like shit. I'm going to help you feel much better." And I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast second level healing word on him because it is the best spell in D&D. Fight me about that.
No, I'm not going to argue right
And my
now
turn
about
is
it.
now over.
All
I have
right.
released this. I have released the beast.
This
Yep.
guy, even though he sees y'all coming in, they still feel like they have the upper hand. He takes his mace, misses the first one, hits another, misses the second one. This guy here starts to make his way, tries to get a glimpse through the crowd as he targets Saren with a crossbow, which misses. He's got multi-attack, which misses. Saren,
Why is that giving?
you little sneaky devil. Okay, Bullbug guy, he smiles as he kind of like does like a dog leap over you, Solano Deo, and you see him just target one of these guys on his way out with his gore attack, hits, and continues running out the barn, and makes it to about there.
Well, I thought that Minotaur was gonna help us. I guess not.
Yeah, me too.
Ass.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we should probably. That was part of my plan was hoping he would run away. Yep. Well, I can't disengage, so that might be my plan now. I can't disengage.
This guy also runs out in fear, and his full line of
Nice.
movement, I believe, is about to there.
Yes.
Same thing with the next guy. He just books it, starts running away. This guy too, even though he has all the gear and he's the head honcho, you see him just run off.
It's going to be a weird story to explain to the locals.
Saren, you are up.
I'm going to disengage, and it's like, just run, run. Okay, like scatter, you know?
Okay, so disengage is a bonus action for rogues, is that right?
Yep. And it's like, I'm just going to use it. Maybe I can kill. No, I'm in the crowd. It's not a good idea just to murder someone in the crowd.
Well, and with the commotion, you can definitely easily blend in as a lot of folks are running out of this building and it's stirring up the street a little bit and people are just starting to run because they see others running. This dude, too, is so scared, he just runs off, makes his way to the door. I'll just clear the door a little bit since these guys are kind of not there. These guys utterly confused about who the hell they were beating and where they went. This one turns to you and says, "Get back in the cage." And he tries to grapple you, Zark, with a opposed strength check.
Yep,
What's that?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's able to grab you, and he starts moving you towards the open cage and looks at you, Solano Deo, and says, "Get out of the way." So he does that in a short amount of time. These
Who
guys,
says get out of the way?
this guy here, he has basically Zark in his grasp and starts moving him towards the cage that is opened. And all these guys are pretty shooken up and confused. These guys don't know what to do.
That fucker that's got Zark is going down. Ain't no one manhandling my grease.
Some of these guys start backing you up. They move over to you. Zark, you are up, but you are grappled. Let me actually give you a grapple status.
Yeah, can
Punch him.
I...
Give that guy a swift kick to the nuts.
Well, I'm gonna try to get out of the grapple.
Okay. I believe...
Probably just another strength check.
Yeah, let me
Dex.
let me double check something. Yeah, I think it's strength.
Let's
Grapple
say here.
doesn't. Yeah, I think it's just opposed strength. So he's holding you. You're trying to get out. So give me a strength check.
Mother effer!
Yep, he's got you good. So your speed is 0.
It's
Anything
an
else?
action to do it every time.
Nope.
Okay, what? Anything else, Zark?
Nope.
All right. This guy walks around to back up his buddy. Actually, I would say he probably comes up to you, Solano Deo, and says, "Out of the way," and he goes to push you away from like the entrance to the carriage cage. So give me just a post strength, I think. I'm sure there's rules on push.
Like a strength save?
Yeah. So he's actually a little bit stronger, so he pushes you back 5 feet, no damage.
That's fine. I don't think this idiot knows I broke the fucking door.
Yeah, he does not.
No, he was paying attention to something else.
So I'll let him do his stupid plan.
Okay, you're up.
Okay. Free. Do something.
You just let it happen, Solano Dale?
Well, he's got some spells or something that it won't work considering he broke the door. So.
Solano Dale?
Sorry, I was talking to the wife.
Oh, it's okay.
So he pushed me out of the way.
Yeah.
I moved back. So I just moved back. He can't do anything about that, can he?
No? No.
All right. Let's see how he does against this. Hopefully it works.
Wow. Definitely did some damage.
All right.
Hey.
And I tell him politely, "Fuck off."
All right. I'm afraid with the time constraint that we are pausing where we are here. So we're going to have to pick up mid-battle next time, y'all.
Sorry for
Nice.
making.
Thanks,
That's
watchers,
exciting.
for watching Odyssey of the Dragonlords, if you are watching. And in case you guys haven't noticed that we did lose Ashia to scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually what happened. That's actually.
Yep. I was, well, I mean, there was still a heat stroke thing because he wanted to participate the last session today, but just wasn't able to. But this would have been his last week. So rest in peace, Ashia, although she didn't die in game, so she may show back up sometime in the future.
For now.
Well, I was. Yeah, part of my plan was hoping